Muzuile Chwani Wapya Vaisa. Today, we have a lot of things that we are going to be talking about, and it's going to be a crazy, epic live stream because we are going to be talking about why Honorable Bowman Lusambo is misleading a lot of Zambian musicians, especially the Kalandanya musicians, because these people are, going to be depending on the Zambian people to do quite a lot of things. So we are also going to be talking about the stunt, the publicity stunt that former Republican President Edgar Lungu did yesterday, because we were having the National uh, Prayers Day, and unfortunately, or rather fortunately, right? I mean, former Republican President Edgar Lungu was able to reappear after a very long time, because he's been missing in action, and we finally got to see him. Of course, he was at another location. We were expecting him to be congregating with the rest of Zambians, but unfortunately, he was in a secluded place as well. So we're also going to be talking about that. And finally, we are going to be talking about the gold mine, which is apparently being run by ZCCM-IH, the Kasenseli Gold Mine, because it really seems, we are failing to make use of the gold that we recently discovered. And as usual, we are squandering opportunities. So the main question is, are we failing to run the gold mine as Zambians? Do we need to bring in other people to help us profitably run this particular gold mine? So I go by the name of Muna, aka the unofficial Itunga, and welcome to Z Corner TV. We are the keyboard warriors. Not so long ago, right? A lot of people were saying, look, social media is not powerful, especially the likes of Honorable, in inverted commas, Bowman Lusambo. He was saying UPND is just a social media platform, but apparently, they won utilizing social media. So social media is very active, and our group, the Z Corner family, the people who follow us and support us, right? We call ourselves the keyboard warriors. So I'm going to be asking our keyboard warriors, aka the people who are watching us right now, kindly share this video on your timeline and in the different groups that you belong to, because we are going to be talking about a lot. We are also going to be talking about how to make over $2,000 as a Zambian without a lot of degrees, PhDs, masters, and all that stuff, using little capital. This is very possible. You guys already know me. I am a business developer, and I'm also a digital marketer. So I help people make money. I help people find opportunities to make money using minimal resources. So I hope you are going to be able to watch the entire episode, because it's going to be jam-packed with information. We're also going to have a little bit of entertainment, and we're going to do a lot of things. So without further ado, exactly. So of course I'm going to be expecting, like a lot of mixed feedbacks here and there. There's going to be good feedback and negative feedback. But finally, let's make sure that we are. We are here. We are here. We are here to make sure that Zambia is going to be progressing, because takudu abantu abafire barechula na ifopotori forever kweteko energy, especially for my youths, youth vanandi. We've got a lot of energy, and we need to make sure that we develop this country and make sure that everybody is eating. Finally, So that was Ben Lombe. I hope you guys are, fresh and you are ready to hustle, because by the end of it, we're not just here on social media to, keep up appearances. We're here to motivate the youths, and we are here to be the leading voice for the youths. So without further ado, I really hope that my sound is okay, because I've been experimenting on a few things. As you can see, we are, expanding our forte. We are doing a lot of things in the background. We're trying to work on the sound, on the video presentation as well. So and hopefully in the next 5 years we're going to be able to like do quite a lot of things. So without further ado, I really hope that you guys have shared this video. Share this video right now in 5 different groups. So let's jump into today's presentation. Now, let's talk about Edgar Lungu's publicity stunt, because this is something that we were frowning upon, especially for us who were sympathizing with the opposition a few years ago, because the National Day of Prayers was a political clout motivated type of event. And you know me, right? Pretend, right? So we obviously saw that the National Day of Prayer was something that was created to sort of propel their agenda. Now that they have lost, right? Now that they are no longer leading, obviously now mumonati naka enthusiasm kazil nakapwa. So what does that tell you? That's just simply telling you that that wasn't really genuinely done. Like that National Day of Prayer wasn't done out of conviction because they are devoted Christians, if you know what I mean, because they've lost, right? The enthusiasm is no longer there. We saw a lot of prominent people from the PF not really get to attend the National Day of Prayer that was there yesterday. So now if you are a devoted Christian, right, it doesn't really matter whether the tables turn. You're still going to be able to sort of show your dedication to the Lord. And this is one of the reasons why we saw very minimal attendance by the then vocal, patriotic front leaders. So this is what usually happens when you've got misplaced priorities and when you don't really have some sort of genuine cause, because you are incentivized, or rather incentivized by certain things. So that National Day of Prayer was just basically politically motivated, just to have political clout. And in my honest opinion, right, we need to sort of I don't really want to be very harsh, because I know Zambia is there's like, I'm a Christian, I'm a papa, I'm a yes papa, so when I say the National Day of Prayer needs to be scrapped off, right, they'll be like, boys, we need satanist, boys that are for Christianity. But to be honest, we really waste a lot of resources, especially as a nation, and we can utilize that particular day for better use. Like, let's say for example in Rwanda, Kigali, Rwanda to be precise, they have a day where all the citizens get to clean the society, Rwanda. And we need to have something like this in Zambia. We need to have a dedicated day twice in a month, once in a month, where Zambian citizens can participate in cleaning Zambia, because we've got a lot of drainages which are sort of very bad. We've got like a lot of dirt, we've got a lot of filth. So instead of letting things get taken care of by the council, right, we need to actively provide solutions to our own problems. So instead of having a National Day of Prayer, my proposal is having a National Day of Cleanliness or cleaning, where everybody gets to participate. We can even do it like twice in a month, or even once in a month, because we need to actively play a key role in improving Zambia. And if we have such activities as a nation, right, this is obviously going to even unite us even way better. But of course, I mean, well, we can still keep the National Day of Prayer, but I would rather concentrate on cleanliness and activities that really unite us as Zambians. And this is one of the reasons why countries such as Rwanda have really taken strides in terms of developing their country and improving their GDP, because Rwanda is considered one of the fastest growing economies out there. It's because they have a different approach. They have some sort of mentality and paradigm shift. And this is what we definitely need as Zambians. We need to actively play key roles in terms of improving our nation. Okay. So, yeah, without further ado, let me just play you this clip. Uh, because I want to show you the proof that uh, Edgar Lungu, former Republican president, Edgar Lungu did attend one of, he went to attend the church meeting yesterday. So let me just play it for you. There we go. Wait, it seems we are having too much echo. Yeah, so let me just get rid of this. So let me play that again. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So that was former Republican President Edgar Chagwa Lungu attending the National Day of Prayers. So, I would have loved him to sort of attend the men event because a few years ago, right, he was complaining, saying, about opposition, and, they are not Christians, but this time around, it's his turn, and he's actually doing the same thing that the opposition leaders were doing. And to be honest, I'm really proud, rather happy that President Hakainde Hichilema didn't even bother because his stance before he became elected was he was totally against this. And there are more productive things that we can do as a nation, as a society. And I'm not really trying to downplay, religion and Christianity. And the other thing that we need to be aware of is Zambia that just doesn't have one religion. Zambia has got multiple religions. We've got different faiths that are practiced. We've got the Muslim community. We've got the Hindus and other religions as well. And let me also talk about something which could be very controversial, especially during last year, right, when we had the coronavirus type of pandemic. The Muslim community and the Indian community. Well, I don't really know whether I can refer to them as the Hindu community or because they're like a lot of Indians who are Christians. So the Indian community and the Muslim community did a lot for Zambians, and for Zambia because they were donating a lot of oxygen, sort of, borders, and they were doing quite a lot. But if you look at the different Christian organizations, such as the Christians for Lungu, Christians for Shinganananyuko, these guys didn't do a lot, So for the most part, Christians mostly take, especially in Zambia, especially in Africa. Most of the times it's all about give the papa, offering. They're always taking without actually giving back, So that's just something that I wanted to put out there because there's a lot of religions in Zambia. And when trouble comes, when there is need for Zambians to step up, right, we're seeing, and it is actually factual that the Muslim community, the Hindu community, other, people actually do more than the Christians. I'm a Christian, give, bless, offering, type, and all that stuff. So that's just something that we have to keep in mind. Anyway, moving on, let's talk about Honorable Bowman Lusambo and why he's misleading a lot of Zambian musicians, especially those Pariba Kalandanya music, because this is very important. And last year, I did do a very important piece. So let me just share my screen with you. Because I want to show you that I've been talking about this. Okay. So first of all, let's take a look at this. It should be right over here, you know. So I don't really know whether you guys can see this. So this was done on May 26th. And I did write an article with regards to Mark II and the other people who were endorsing the PF. And this is what I said. You know, as a musician, your business is involving other people. You get what I'm saying? So if, for example, Slap D did spend a lot of effort trying to apologize to the Zambian people, right? And then what happened is we saw Honorable Bowman Lusambo sort of entice Slap D to retract his statement as far as the apology is concerned. Now, this is a very bad thing for Slap D due to the fact that he is not really getting to understand that his business involves people. And the reason why Zambians are upset with the musicians is not because they were exercising their democratic rights. You know, that's not the reason, because everybody has got freedom of association, freedom of expression. But the reason why a lot of Zambians are pissed off with the Kalandanya musicians is due to the fact that they were endorsing evil. They were endorsing an agenda that was going to further cripple Zambians. That's the main reasons why Zambians are sort of having this uproar towards, the Kalandana musicians who were heavily endorsing the PF, because this is not really, this is something which is very factual. And a lot of you would give a testament to us is that, during the tenure of the PF, right, a lot of atrocities were committed. I remember there was a woman who was like literally almost raped. She was harassed. She was hit. She was beaten because she had put on a red type of attire. So if you look at what has been happening, right, ever since the PF tenure, a lot of Zambians did really suffer a lot. And when you have a group of influential citizens such as musicians, because yes, musicians do carry a voice, just like, for example, I am sort of semi-influential and my voice matters. Like when I talk about things, people listen. So I understand the power that I have and the role that I can play to influence people's perception and attitudes towards certain things. So I understand the platform that we have at Z Corner. It carries a lot of weight. And when you have musicians endorsing evil and just trying to promote this propaganda and agenda, which is contrary towards what people expect, right? You're obviously going to have like a negative reaction. So this is one of the reasons why Zambians are obviously sort of, putting their foot down and saying, look, boys, during that particular time when we needed to hear your voice the mostest, right? You ended up, siding with the oppressor, if you know what I mean. So this is one of the reasons why Zambians, okay, if you need our support, right, we're not going to be, supporting you because it's business as usual. It's only business for you. So this is one of the reasons why a lot of Zambians are pretty much upset with the musicians. So it's not really because I'm a Zambian, but that you should just side with us and you should just follow what we do because we are right. No, it's not really about preventing musicians from exercising their democratic right. But you have to understand that these musicians have to follow the interest of the Zambian people because Zambians are the ones that support, these musicians. And a lot of you might be saying, hey, Muna, why are you saying Honorable Bowman Lusambo is destroying these musicians' careers? Let me give you the fact. The thing is, the thing is, if Slap D, Mwela Musonda, he did the right thing. He put up an apology and he said he was sorry. But a few days later, right, he ended up deleting his message. And when it comes to social media etiquette, because we're mostly dealing with, millennials and Gen Z type of citizens, people who were born after 1985, 1991. So when it comes to social media etiquette, there are certain things that you can do and certain things that you cannot do. So let's say, for example, you come up with an apology and then you end up deleting. That is actually worse than not saying anything at all. That's actually way much more disrespectful than if Slap D just kept quiet. So if I were Slap D, right, if I wasn't really sure about the type of direction I wanted to go in, I would have just kept quiet. But he ended up sort of retracting his statement, and he ended up deleting his apology, which is far, 10 times worse than being quiet. So the reason why Honorable Bowman Lusambo is destroying these musicians' future is, by the end of it all, Zambians are the ones that are going to sort of facilitate the lifestyle of these musicians, because these musicians are going to want to have shows. They're going to want to have, the support of the majority of Zambians. So what if the Zambians say, okay, Slap D and all the Kalandanya musicians, we don't want anything to do with you. We're not going to be attending your shows, and we're not going to be supporting you. Then do you think Honorable Bowman Lusambo is going to be able to sponsor and, support and facilitate these musicians' livelihoods? I don't really think so. If he's going to do it, it's just like in a limited period of time, because by the end of it all, right, in the next 2 to 3 years, even in the next 10 years, these very musicians are going to rely on Zambians to support them. They're going to want Zambians to watch their YouTube videos, to go to their concerts, to buy their albums and all that stuff. So if you are a musician, you have to understand that your business revolves around the people. If you do not have people, your business is not going to thrive. So if you fall for the tricks of a politician, because Bowman Lusambo is a politician, he's also an elected member of parliament. So his interaction with the people, he's still going to be able to get his monthly salary, even if people don't support him, because he's mandated to be the Kavushi MP for the next 5 years. So at least for the next 5 years, Honorable Bowman Lusambo is good, while a lot of these other musicians are still going to go back to the Zambian people. They are still going to want the Zambian people to support them, and they are still going to, rely on the Zambian people to sustain their livelihood. So as a musician, you have to weigh. Okay, my career and my line of earning income relies on people. So as a musician, as an artist, the majority of the people instead of one influential figure or a few politically affiliated figures, because these people are not going to forever sustain your livelihood, if you know what I mean. And let me also talk about your maps, because he's got an event called Commander. So you see, we are in the business of business development and digital marketing. Okay, so we recently saw Honorable Bowman Lusambo buy 10,000 kwacha worth of tickets for Yomap's Commando event. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you were to ask me, right, that is just a stunt to get to influence more people to support his cause, because right now Yomaps is not really getting an overwhelming response and support from Zambians. And this is one of the reasons why he has to sort of rely on people like, Bowman Lusambo to sort of prop up the perception. And this is one of the reasons why Honorable Bowman Lusambo was able to, have that photo shoot, photo op, that publicity stunt, to sort of show the support that, okay, he's bought 10,000 kwacha worth of the tickets, but in actual reality, right, a lot of Zambians are not really getting to support them. But the question is, how long is Honorable Bowman Lusambo going to be able to stand up for these musicians? Because there are only 2 months in opposition. PF, so they are not forever going to be buying 10,000 kwacha worth of tickets from Your Maps, from Mac 2, from all these other Kalandanya musicians as well. So as a Zambian musician, you're supposed to set your priorities right. Know how you're going to keep your longevity and how you're going to get back to having the people's favor. So this is one of the reasons why I'm saying, look, as musicians, as artists, you need to think about the long term. You need to sort of, keep the long-term perspective, because if you end up making these politicians and a few individuals happy, right, they're not going to sustain your livelihood for the longest period of time. You still need the Zambian people to support you. You still need the Zambian people to buy your tickets, to watch your videos on YouTube, and for you to continue the lifestyle that you have been living. one politician is not going to be there for you. And if you look at the 10,000 kwacha that Honorable Bowman Lusambo bought, right? If you convert that into dollars, that's like literally $800. $800 is not going to take you anywhere, yo, mops. You know, you need a lot of people to support your stuff. You need the majority of people to get back to your or rather in your corner, so that you can be able to like do a lot of different things. That's what you need to do. So the Kalandanya Musicians, lekeni ukusekesha ama politicians aba no, because they're not going to be able to support you always. You still need the Zambian people. And I know you guys have got public relations managers, and you guys have got like the bigger picture, the bigger perspective. So if you do think long term, you're going to realize that being in good books with the Zambian people is actually going to propel your future, your career to the next level. And it's a very simple situation here. It's a very simple matter. It's all about apologizing. You know, Zambian people are very understanding people. The negative feedback that you're getting from Zambians is just because Zambians want to show you kadiongo. But because you guys had a selfish agenda. And I know a lot of musicians were sort of in a contract. They had like a contractual agreement with Kalandanya music label. And this is one of the reasons why they were obligated. So I'm a musicians, some of them, you know, it's not really but it's because they were under the Kalandanya music label, and the Kalandanya music label had a contract with the Patriotic Front organization. So this is one of the reasons why Sang get a money. But that doesn't really matter. What really matters is you getting back to the basics, understanding where you stand as Slab D alone, as Mark II, as your maps, and really getting to understand that you're still going to need the Zambian people to support you. So, guys, what I was doing was wrong. It was, you know, I could have done better. It's way better. And we as the Zambian people, we're going to forgive you. We're going to be able to move on, and we're going to be able to like do what we have to do so that you end up, you know, growing your career. So that move that you made with regards to supporting the Patriotic Front, yes, from a democratic perspective, nobody has got an issue. But if you want the Zambian people to support you, you need to get on the right side of, history, and you just need to do what you have to do by offering sincere apologies and not really retracting your statements, because by the end of it all, these politicians are not always going to be bailing you out. These politicians are not going to be buying 10,000 kwacha worth of tickets every time. And remember, we still have 5 years to go. You know, so about politicians, especially about Patriotic Front, right? Their money is going to run out. So in the next coming 2 to 3 years, they probably won't even be answering your cause. So it's time you set your priorities right and know where you need to stand, especially due to the fact that you're going to be relying on the Zambian people in the next 10 to 5 years, 10 to 25 years, or whatever time frame. So that's that. Anyway, what else are we going to be talking about today? So let's talk about ZCCM-IH and the Kasenseli, is it Kasenseli Gold Mine? Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking about, because there's this amazing, interesting story that we have. So let me just share it with you without further ado. In the meantime, I'm going to be dropping some bombs. What else do we need? Hold on. Yeah, this is what I needed to share. So, according to this story that was published on the Lusaka Times, right? ZCCM-IH has failed to run Kasenseli Gold Mine Chief Chibuika. Now, this is a very important piece of development for me, because, as usual, on Z Corner, we've been tracking these things. We've got like a lot of data on a lot of things, and we've been tracking a lot of developments for the past 7, 8 years. So this is a developing story that I have been tracking for a long period of time. So let me just share this with you. Hold on, not that. In the meantime, let's go for a short break.
Reload it, reload it.
Your girlfriend's favorite rock. Bali 2021, uwafitala kaimwena. Hey, for that remember, Kadola, flying high, like an eagle.
Yeah, so there you have it. So on May 26th, 2020, right, I did talk about this. And you guys, I've been talking about all the things that I've been talking about. I've been keeping the same energy. I've been talking about these things for a very long period of time. We've got the proof. Last year, I did write this story with regards to the gold mine, with regards to the idea of explorations and looting Zambia's mineral resources. Because a lot of people don't really know about the amount of mineral wealth that we have in Zambia. You see, in Zambia, we have natural gas. We have natural gas like Bangwaulu, Kudia, Kuma Tanganyika. There's actually natural gas there. And natural gas is very powerful. If we get to harness that and get to use it, right, we can really make a lot of money. Zambia has also got oil, crude oil, especially Western province. I'm a Lozi. I come from, well, my parents come from Western province, right? So if you look at the development in Western province and basically the infrastructure there, right, you wouldn't even know that Western province is endowed with such mineral wealth because there's oil. Kuriakuma Baroziland, Kwaibama Sandy, there's actually a lot of oil. And we knew this as Zambia during the rule of Kenneth Kaunda, because Kenneth Kaunda actually talked about this. I'm going to play the video because, because I've got a lot of proof. Before I come here, I do a lot of research and I make sure that whatever I'm talking about is 100% factual. So Kenneth Kaunda, during his rule, they were exploring oil and they discovered oil. But all this while, Zambia has only been talking about the gold that we have. The copper. When we've got a lot of different natural resources that we can really get to harness. And this time around, right, we have the 14 billion debt. Why are we having that debt when we have a lot of mineral resources, So when the gold mine was sort of discovered and there was this euphoria as far as, us getting to explore it, we talked about this here on Z Corner. We did talk about this and we did let you guys know when it wasn't even fashionable to criticize the patriotic front. But at Z Corner, we've been vocal since 2016. We've been in this category, in this niche of saying it like it is since 2015, 2016. If you do your Googles, if you go way back, right, Z Corner wasn't kissing anybody's, behind. We weren't bootlicking because we're not really built like that. We keep the same energy. Even if I get someone today, I'll say the same things that I was saying in 2016, the same things that I'm saying. That's what it is, So anyway, let's listen to this because we did talk about this. So let me just play it for you guys.
We respected the license holders and said, because there were these license holders, let's allow them to do the work. We met with
This is exploration.
Unfortunately, this is mine.
This is mine.
This is not exploration.
So you've allowed them to dig any mine.
No, Your Excellency. I have directed my PS to immediately stop the operation and further immediately after cabinet approved that ZCCM-IH becomes an anchor company and working together with the license holders and other investors will take over the operation.
Exploration licenses and mining licenses.
Yes.
So currently the group here
is supposed to be doing exploration, Your Excellency.
No mine.
In the process of exploring, they went ahead.
Does anyone have a mining license?
They don't have.
I don't believe he's a bad man. I just think he's blinded. He's blinded by greedy ministers, greedy cabinet ministers, greedy permanent secretaries, greedy provincial district commissioners, greedy advisors. These are the things we are concerned about. Wakateka mule kwata ko upampamina iliana nilia. You understand? Kalia akampasha kabu hule kalia. You understand? Wakateka kalia uchenjeshi kalia aka amano ya chfialibwa mule kakwata kalia. Akamfiashi kalia kamukore kind of spirit. Mule mono mukore the way a cock behaves around hens. You can tell that is a cock, those are hens, those are chicks. That's what we need from our president, to speak for Zambians. We voted for you.
When we discovered oil presence of
Now listen to this part. So this is Kenneth Kaunda talking about the discovery of oil in Zambia. You see, you don't really have to listen to my voice or listen to my opinion, because probably I do not know a lot of things and I'm probably too young for you guys to consider my opinion to be worth grains of salt. But let's listen to Kenneth Kaunda. And at this particular age, right, he was old enough, he remembers, because balanda tumuntungale arekula, right, when you're growing older, when you know that you've got like a numbered period of time to stay on earth, right, this is when you're very sincere. This is when you are very honest to yourself, to your cause, and to other people as well. So let's listen to Kenneth Kaunda. Hold on. Yeah, let me just take it back one more time. Sorry about that, man. We're taking too long.
For you.
when we discovered oil, presence of oil on our soil in Zambia, an important oil company from America came to join us. They began doing wonderful things there, investing, getting ready to start exploiting our oil resources.
And this is one thing we need to do aware with as Zambians. Expecting foreign investors to sort of come and save us. It's never going to happen. They have exterior motives. They are looking out for their own interest. Okay, so relying on foreign investors to come and give us miracles and help us mine our minerals, and all of a sudden everybody's going to be doing well. It's never ever going to happen, because they want to make themselves rich. They want to make and improve their own societies wherever they are coming from. So getting to rely on foreigners is something that hasn't worked. Let's learn from history. We've got data since 1964. It hasn't worked. How are you going to expect it to bloody work in 2021, 2022, 2023? Guys, we need to learn and avoid the same mistakes. No foreign investor is going to look out for your best interest. They are here to make money on top of your heads and funnel all the resources and make their countries and societies better. And nothing will change about that. So what are we going to do as Zambians in order for us to be effective? Okay, the reason why ZCCM-IH has been failing is due to the fact that our approach was wrong. Yes, Zambians can run mines. Zambians can process gold. Zambians can be extremely wealthy, but we need the right approach. We need to shorten the learning curve. We also need to do things that can really align us to having a higher probability of succeeding. When you do things that really minimize your probability of succeeding, what else is going to happen? You're going to fail. Anyway, let's listen to this before I get too passionate. Where were we?
You know what happened? They appointed somebody called a resident director in Zambia.
To manage the oil.
To manage the oil, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you. And then one day he came to me, Mr. President, can I invite you, come and see what we are doing by way of exploiting oil in your own country? I said, most welcome. So I put him on my plane, the fighter, the government aeroplane. We went to a certain district. We found the military choppers there. We got into those choppers. We went to this place where the exploitation was taking place. Now, Harry, this was wonderful, really incredible. Big machines here and all over. A real development. And I was saying, thank God, thank God. Now copper and oil now will have power, real power. We'll be able to feed our people, do everything that we have been doing, even more. After a month or so, I received the shock of my life.
There you have it. That was a confession from Dr. Kenneth Kaunda. So Zambia is endowed with a lot of minerals. We have a lot of things that we can use to make our lives better. But the thing is, um, we, we don't really have the spirit of do it yourself. We always believe in an external type of force to come and solve our problems. And this is one of the reasons why during the past 7 years we did retrogress. And I've been saying these things for the past 7 years. But PF now, but that's when we've become very vocal. We were very vocal even before a lot of you guys even saw the possibility of UPND becoming, or rather attaining power. So our story is going to continue being written, and we're going to be talking about this. Now, let me play you something that Movita Nawa said last year with regards to the attitude that President Lungu had. Now, take a look at this.
Let's allow them to do the work. We met with
This is
them.
exploration.
This, unfortunately, this is mine.
This is mine.
This is not exploration.
We have allowed them to legally mine. No, Your Excellency, I have directed my peers to immediately stop the operation, and further, immediately after Cabinet approved that ZCCM-IH.
Now, let's look at the composure of President Edgar Lungu and his response to the gold mine which was being illegally looted, and why there was like a lack of seriousness with regards to us getting results from this particular gold mine. Because if we can be able to sort of manage everything properly, right, this can really bring a lot of employment in Northwestern Province, in Zambia as well. But look at the way that the president reacted when he heard that people are illegally doing it, and basically this operation is a failure. He didn't really have like any conviction, like panganda if into end up when for Bakaripa, right? But for him, he's acting like he's not really the president, if you know what I mean. So let's listen to Mivita Nawa reacting to this situation, and let's listen to him.
Man, I just think he's blinded. He's blinded by greedy ministers, greedy cabinet ministers, greedy permanent secretaries, greedy provincial district commissioners, greedy advisors. These are the things we are concerned about. Wakateka mule kwata ko upampamina ilya nani ilya, you understand? Kalya akampasha kabuhule kalya, you understand? Wakateka kalya ubuchenjeshi kalya amano yachufyalirwa mule kakwata kalya, akabufyashi kalya kamukolwe kind of spirit, mule muno mukolwe, the way a cock behaves around hens, you can tell that is a cock, those are hens, those are chicks. That's what we need from our president, to speak for Zambians. We voted for you.
When we discovered...
Yeah, so that was basically Mubita now, reacting to the reaction of the president, at that time, President Edgar Lungu. When it came to things that really propelled the nation to do very well, you saw him react sluggishly. What's the fire? But when you just say something about the patriotic front, patriotic front is, oh my goodness, it's either you're going to be retired in national interest, the people around you are going to end up being retired as well. Because we saw this, there's a young man, may he so rest in peace, from Western Province who was retired in national interest. This man was less than 30 years. He ended up dying out of depression. You understand? Because President Edgar Lungu made sure he retired out of national, interest, because this man was just doing the most professional thing. So we saw a lot of such cases during the rule of the Patriotic Front, because they were running a mafia-esque type of organization. Even if you want to PS, PF, boom, you're retired, you're gone. And this is one of the reasons why we had like the spirit of bootlicking. We even had students, like young people who've got the education, but due to the fact that they were so engraved with fear, the spirit of bootlicking, kuma universities, kuma colleges, na yena yadisa ingira deep sana. but we saw matters of national interest whereby we have a gold mine that can really add to the GDP of Zambia. Abantu bareva. But his reaction was so sluggish. What about if why? But if you just say something about the patriotic front, then all hell is going to break loose, if you know what I'm saying. So these are the misplaced priorities that the PF had. Ngawarana kofika karikonse, boom. Yeah. But extra transfer. Remember that police officer who said bakateka tabakapite? You know what happened? He was transferred to another place. Trivial things that don't really concern the majority of the citizens. Abantu barelusa empia, barelusa ama jobs and all that stuff. But when it came to like things that really make sure that the whole entire nation gets to benefit, he doesn't really care. He doesn't really react in any way. So that's why Muvita now was saying, at least when it comes to making sure that bakateka walanda ufire wakwata kwa kari yaka kwa tinga walanda wa shot okay bakateka pata angala. And this is one of the reasons why, if you saw during the memorial of Anderson Mazoga, right, we heard President Hichilema talk about the DMUU and why it is being used to sort of loot Zambia. And he said more than 20 senior members of the UPND want to go to the Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit because and he said, look, guys, we need to make sure that things are done in the right and proper way, in a noble way. But if you go back in history, right, if you look at President Lungu, he was telling them, but so he was like low-key encouraging theft and plundering of Zambian resources. So these are the things that we need to be vocal about. And just like I keep on telling you, this is not just about me, about Muna, about Z Corner. It's about everybody, you especially the Zambian males, about me. Because, we also need to talk about family roles and the role that men and women are supposed to play in society, especially Amazamians. The main important role of a man is to protect his land, protect his woman, and feed his children. If you know what I mean. So that's why, especially for we should make sure that we protect our land, we safeguard our resources, we protect our women, we feed our kids, we make sure that we play a key role to improve society. So this is a personal sort of battle that every Zambian male should play. You are supposed to, protect your land, because if you are not protecting your land, you were born in Zambia, are most likely going to die in Zambia. And if you're not really protecting your land, right, foreigners will come and take over. We're seeing a lot of foreigners coming to Amasuku Pamutwe and all that stuff, and you're becoming second-class citizens. It's because you're not really doing anything about it. It's because you're not really, safeguarding your resources and doing what you have to do. Abanakashi will just gravitate towards the next big guy. Abanakashi, they're all about survival instinct. Abanakashi, due to the fact that they are responsible for giving life, they always gravitate towards a man who's going to protect them and provide for them and feed their kids. So ngatamuchenjere mwema Zambia nzaba ome abana kashibonze bakalawo pa kuma foreigners, because now yeta kuma foreigners ekure chitike fintu eba de to protect, eba de tudisha, eba de sunga na abana beso efira fo mune muna tubena Ivanka Bianca Tiranda. No, me, I can't date a Zambian guy and all that stuff. That's offer abana kashibaba. They just gravitate towards the next guy who's going to be able to protect, provide, and feed their kids. That's just how the cookie crumbles. That's in their DNA. So as Zambian guys, these things, we shouldn't be able to take them lightly with regards to having our resources being looted, with regards to, just letting things and when it comes to national issues and national resources. If you're Sula and turning a blind eye, it's not for us. Zambia, your role is protect Zambia, protect your land, safeguard your natural resources, and do what you have to do. Protect your women, feed your kids. That's your role. And you're supposed to take that seriously, not to waiting for other people to do it. No, let's wait for, Movita now to talk about it. Let's wait for, I don't know, let's wait for these guys. You're supposed to do it. That's your role as a person who were born in Zambia, especially if you are male. So everybody should take these issues very seriously. And that our resources because by the end of it all, complain. Zesco nanomba amalite yala every day Mama Zambians must complain. You amalite this, amalite that, but you don't do anything about it. If you were doing stuff about it, if you were making people accountable in the past 7 years, we could have probably sort of come up with a feasible solution to this particular problem. So let's take these things seriously. If you put up on social media. Okay, so anyway, let's talk about something which is going to be interesting as well, because by the end of it all, we can get lost in the sauce to the end of Obama politics and stuff. Let's talk about some progressive stuff, and this is one of the reasons why I really want you guys to support this Z Corner platform, because we do talk about everything. We do talk about self-improvement. We talk about money-making opportunities, because the other day I brought you the ZDA Director General, and you saw the type of businesses that you can do in order for you to make a lot of money. So these are the things that we need to do. But in the meantime, let's drop some bombs for all the important facts that we talked about. And let's also listen to...
I've not bloody lost, so don't waste my time. I have not lost. How do I accept it when I've not lost?
All right, so that was Michael Sata. So Michael Sata also talked about abasambirira bari kwata sana omwenso. Mwebasambirira, mwebakwata if my degrees, if my masters, if my PhDs, you are the ones who basically don't do anything about these things, you know. So mwebasambirira, mwebakwata if my degrees, mwebakwata sana if you're supposed to take lead roles in improving Zambia. So without further ado, let's also talk about some money-making opportunities, because you can actually get to make $2,000 and more within Zambia by not even getting to utilize the FMA certificate, because you guys overcomplicate stuff. You know, you think that in order for you to start a business and in order for you to make a whole lot of money, you need fee capital for the sun. No, within Zambia, using your phone, using your phone, using our bundles, you can actually get to make $2,000 and above using this trick. So now, I hope you guys shared this video, because this is very important information. I want everybody to know this, because I'm not frugal with information. Shift so to my information. When I find the money-making hack, I always share it with a lot of people. So share this video right now while we go on a musical break. Yeah, so anyway, this is SARS featuring Loja. It's called Mona Lisa.
Cause this your milky for fronting for me. Hold on for me, I no go to me corny. And if you're milky na fighty, I saw me.
Yeah, so I really hope that you guys are enjoying the type of improvements that we're making, you know, because we're trying to be very unique, especially here in Zambia. So we're doing a lot of stuff, you know. So we're spending a lot of money trying to improve our setup. So
what's the meaning of
yeah, so I hope Diana cares that we're putting in a lot of effort in this. So share this video right now. I know you guys are watching me. Before I talk about the money-making opportunities that we have, where one can get to make $2,000 per month within Zambia just using a phone and bundles, Zamtel or Airtel. I'm going to give you the blueprint, because I love my fellow Zambian youths. I love I'm a Zambian citizen. So share this video right now.
Baby, kona waka waka when you enter Malicha.
Yeah, I hope now Mr. Share Bonseka. So it's about to be serious right now. We are about to talk about some serious stuff. I hope you guys have got your books, your pens, your papers, because this is important. So anyway, let's jump into this. So you guys already know that my background is that of a business developer, right? And a digital marketer. So basically what I do is I help people make money using little resources, and I always search for money making opportunities and just scavenge um such I don't know, unexpected type of markets. Because when it comes to making money, right, you have to penetrate a market which is not highly competitive, where you have an advantage. But most of the times, most of the complaints that I really hear from, a lot of graduates and a lot of people are, a lot of them say, look, I need a lot of capital. I need to have, like, I don't know, tens of thousands of dollars in order for me to start a business. But I'm here to give you this blueprint, and you can start practicing this right now. So let me just share with you some info. So according to this information on ZMBC, right, the Civil Aviation Authority has recorded 1,200% increase in flights into Zambia in the third quarter of 2021 compared to the same period last year. Okay, the authority has asserted that 50,000 people have traveled into Zambia from other countries in the third quarter of this year. Okay, so get this information take this information very seriously. Okay, because we have had a 1,200% increase in terms of flights coming into Zambia in the third quarter of 2021. And we also have 50,000 people traveling to Zambia. So remember this figure, 50,000 people, okay, are traveling into Zambia. Due to the fact that I am a business developer, right, we have to think about ways that we can get to harness the people who are coming to Zambia. A capital, a market, Zambia, these tourists, they are our potential clients. So what type of business can you do to sort of take advantage of the people flying into Zambia? And remember what I told you, right? We have about 50,000 people flying into Zambia. Now let's do some basic mathematics. 10% of 50,000 people is like literally 5,000 people. And when it comes to life in general, right, we really consider the 80 to 20% rule. You guys have heard about the 80% to 20% rule. Like even when it comes to your friends, if you count the number of friends that you have, right, 20% of them are the ones who are going to be, helping you if you've got a problem. Only about 20% of your friends are going to be able to come through for you, and they're going to be able to help you. 80% won't do shit. 80% won't do anything. So in life, you should always think about the 80-20% rule. Even if I put up let's say a service, I say, okay, but Zambia, only 20% of the followers that I get or the views that I get are going to be able to convert. So when it comes to sales and marketing, we should be able to keep that in mind. So now looking at the 50,000 people of our potential clients coming into Zambia, right? 20%. So let's just put it at 10%. We can also put it at 1%. Okay, so if you look at 1% or even 10% of 50,000, right, we're having about 500 targeted clients flying into Zambia. So as a graduate, as a person who wants to do business, how can you help yourself harness these people who are flying into Zambia? Because number one, I'm a tourist. They've got a lot of money. They've got money to spend, because when you're going on vacation, on holiday, if you're a tourist, right, you always come with extra money. You're looking for a next experience, which is going to sort of make your travel worthwhile. So as a Zambian youth, as a Zambian citizen, but you've got a phone and you've also got bundles. How can you take advantage of this? So in the comment section below, let me know how you can take advantage of this, because I've got the solution. I've got the blueprint for you. So what you can do as a citizen, as a youth who wants to start a business using that information that I just gave you, about 50,000 people flying into Zambia, right? And only considering 10% of them, right? So you're basically going to be targeting 500 tourists. So what you can do is you can offer a service to them that is going to allow you to sort of extract $100 from these people. Okay, so a lot of you might be saying, hey, Mona, what type of service can I offer tourists where I can make money? And how can I basically get to promote my business and, market myself? Look, guys, you are a Zambian native. You are a Zambian citizen, you know the best places in Zambia, you know how to, provide different services, and you know how to add value to them. So what you basically need to do is you need to have a service for these tourists, okay? So what you need to do is, let's say for example, chikanda. You know chikanda, right? African polony. Do you know how tasty African polony is? Do you know that African polony is under marketed, and African polony is actually peculiar to Zambia, and Africa, and it's actually a vegan type of meat which you can get to promote to them. You can tell them, look, guys, if you come to Zambia, I've got this amazing African polony, which is very tasty. We're going to show you how to make it, how it's done, and how you can, basically get to benefit from this vegan type of product. So even dealing with chikanda and just basically adding a value chain to this particular, product that we have, it can really help you to get a lot of money. In case a lot of you guys are saying, look, chikanda, I'm just a guy, I don't know anything about chikanda. It's very simple. You can hire other people. You can hire Vanamayo Abakaripa Kupanga Chikanda. And you market yourself, market a house or whatever location, and provide this service. Okay, Chikanda is one. Number two, even making reed mats, impasa. You know that abasungu bari temo tuma experiences ngabamona experience right that okay, this is unique because they're coming from developed nations. They don't want to, when they come to Zambia, when white people or these foreigners come to Zambia, right, they want the authentic feel. They want to experience something that they haven't experienced. So if you have a service saying, okay, look, in this particular traveler's package, I'm going to be able to offer so and so services. Number one, the process of making chikanda testing, this is African kachasu. This is how they make it. This is the process of, the filtration process, and make it like a very good sequential type of event where people can see the different processes. So now kwata kachasu, now kwata chikanda, now kwata impa. So this is how people make reed mats and all that stuff. It's a very native way of having a carpet in the house. You see, these types of activities can really add more value to their experience. And the other thing that you can do is be a tour guide. You can be a tour guide. Take, plan a trip for them from Livingstone to Siavonga to Western Province, and just let them see the different, exciting sites that we have within Zambia. So if you are about to do this business, make sure your value chain, the type of services in this particular package, because you are trying to target tourists. Okay, make sure that you've got a lot of different activities. You can even go crazy with it. These ideas that I'm giving you, they're just basic ideas, but you can go crazy with it. Make sure that whatever tourist package you have is full of authentic activities, and these activities are going to be very, very beneficial to them, because they are coming to Zambia to get the authentic experience. So when you show them the process of making chikanda, you do it like in a very good way. You can even rent a very good house that shows the process very well. This is how they were making kachasu in 1940 and all that stuff. And then you give them testing of our natural brew kachasu. You take them to Kusamfia and show them around Zambia. So this whole entire package is a fee that you can get to charge them. This can really work, because a lot of you overcomplicate stuff. You see, I'm a business developer. My forte, my prowess is seeing opportunities where people don't see a lot of opportunities. And you can really start this business using very minimal resources, because number one, you already have a phone and you already have bundles. So what you need to do in order for you to market this business, right, you need to have a website. Now, a lot of you might be saying, hey, Mona, I do not have a website. Well, you use Facebook, right? Facebook is actually your website. Facebook, YouTube. What you need to do is you need to create a Facebook account and a YouTube account. Especially use YouTube, because a lot of tourists, before traveling to Zambia, they usually type activities to do in Zambia. What interesting things can I do in Zambia? So on YouTube, create some sort of videos explaining the fun things and activities that people can do in Zambia. And these people are going to be able to find you. So on YouTube channel, you over, put your details, put your phone number, put your email, so that those people who are about to travel to Zambia, they can be able to contact you. And in the video, you can even say, hey, look, guys, I offer this tourism type of package, and this is what you need to do. If you come to Zambia, I'm going to be your tourist guide. I'm going to be able to show you these different activities, and this is how you're going to be able to benefit. So on your YouTube channel, make sure you highlight the different activities and the services that you are going to be offering to these tourists who are going to be coming. And trust me, in about a month or 2 months, you're going to be able to have a lot of customers, a lot of people who are going to be paying you dollars. So let's say, for example, you charge $100 per tourist, right? You only need 20 people to make a $2,000. So remember what I told you, that I'm going to be giving you the secret to making about $2,000, right? So remember, in order for you to make $2,000 in Zambia, you only need 20 tourists to give you $100. 20 tourists, you make $2,000. And you can really scale this business by just using initiative, using statistics. So as a business developer, this is what we basically do, and we basically find opportunities. And in order for you to do this business, you don't need to have a degree. You don't need to have a master's. You don't need to have capital. The only thing that you need to do is just have a regular phone. Like this is an iPhone 12. You can use any regular phone, like a basic chip phone, so long you are able to make a video, record yourself, make sure that your audio is audible enough, and then you're going to be able to provide these services. YouTube is free. YouTube is your website. You do not need to hire an IT specialist to create a website. Create a YouTube channel. You can do that. And then in the videos, explain the type of services that you can do, and attract these people, because these people are going to be contacting you, and it is going to work. There's another sort of business that I'm doing at this particular moment, but I can't really tell you exactly what it is, because but this one, Nika Jonko Fina, say, okay, look, guys, we don't really need to wait for GRZ to create these opportunities. Especially I'm a graduate, man, Vanandi. We just need to apply and use a little bit of initiative, if you know what I mean. So this idea that I gave you, tell me that it can't work. Tell me in the comment section that your idea what to pay. And with this idea that I've given you, right? Do you need a lot of capital? No, you don't, because number one, you already have equipment. You already have a phone that you're using to watch me. If you can watch me right now, it really means that you've got a gadget that can help you, do your thing. And number two, you also need bundles. I'm a bundles. You're already watching me. Come on, you're already watching me. So you already have a phone. And you also have bundles. All you need to do is add one and one, to make two, and do a lot of things. So this is just using basic statistics and basic, initiative. 50,000 tourists coming to Zambia. How are Zambians benefiting from this? If not, what type of services can Zambian citizens, Zambian youths get to provide to extract value? And remember what I told you, right? In order for you to make money, right, you need to add value to somebody. You see, whenever you add value, you're going to get money in return. And when it comes to starting a business, right, you don't need a super duper cool concept. Basic things make a lot of money. So right now you've got a business idea, but there's going to be a few people who are going to implement this idea, because most of the times there's few people who take action. This is one of the reasons why barandati easy. So I need people who just watched my explanation. I really made it clear. I really hope that the people who watched me are going to be able to act on this. And in the next 3 years, you guys are going to be like, look, Muna gave me this idea, and I was able to take my family out of poverty, and I was able to do a lot of things. You shake my hand, and you give this testament. So that was a brilliant idea that I gave you. In case you don't see it, working, then Katushama business, So anyway, let's listen to this as well. and two for gonna ba benlo.
Why munomchalo bere so chalo bishire ku Insta mu yabantu hayi. Munom Zambia. Nisitwala karashani munom Zambia hayi.
Twala ikalashani mu Zambia. Not kwate misepelanga muna. Naba kwate sa fi testosterone. Basebere folks to share my ideas. Then no kuite mwa. Ama abengi bantu bari itemo yakwe batina ngo nabakwataka idea tabere fo kulanga abantu fo bare pange mpya. Around here we always share ideas, we always give you the juice and everything that you need to improve your lives, because we need to work together as a collective. As much as I come here being sensational, by the way, if you're going about politics, I just talk about that because it gets a lot of clicks, because I'm a marketer. I understand what people gravitate towards, so this is one of the reasons I always, fuse sensational type of content, and then I mix it with my true calling and my true passion. My true passion is obviously business, entrepreneurship, and business development and all that stuff. But I know, and I said I was on social media and I start talking about your business, this business, that you guys are going to be like, what do you know about business? So I have to do it, deliver it in a way that whereby people can gravitate towards me while I talk about the things that they are interested about. So you see, it's all about marketing and all that good stuff. So share this video. I know there's a lot of people watching me right now, so share this video as well. Share this video on the timeline. Support your brother. Share this video in 5 different groups. Let's make sure we have about 100 shares at this particular moment. Yeah, what else did I want to talk about?
I've not bloody lost, so don't waste my time.
So I haven't bloody lost, because I gave you a very good business idea, even though I was like a little bit sensational here and there, but at least the main content that I wanted to put out was the business idea that people can get to start using minimal resources. And one thing that I love to talk about is we always complain. We're always complaining, saying, I need this, I need that equipment. I need to have the same microphone like Muna. I need to have the same, Roadcaster Pro like Muna. I need to have the same computer. Guys, you can start wherever you are. The only thing is you need to use your initiative. Zambia or anywhere in the world, you have to use your initiative. You have to use your initiative. So as much as Zambians want the youth empowerment, yes, that's good. That's very good. But people who actually do stuff, if you look at most of the self-made, most of the millionaires, a lot of millionaires are self-made. A lot of these people were able to use minimal resources because by the end of it all, right, even my families, you've obviously got relatives who say, in a big gang of 100,000 kwacha, I'll be able to do this business, and I'll be able to do that. By the end of it all, and that business, and it's very competitive. I just didn't know. And then again, next time they're like, give me this and that amount of money. You give them, nothing happens. So what I discovered is the people who do things are the people that use minimal resources. Using minimal resources is going to allow you to have a purpose. And before you jump into this, you always you're going to figure out all the different angles. It's more like you have only one bullet. Like you're in the savannah, right? And there's a lot of different animals. You're probably surrounded by ferocious animals, such as the king of the jungle, the lion, right? And you only have one bullet. So when you only have one bullet, you're probably going to be inclined to be very meticulous, and you're probably going to be very careful when you're aiming. So for the most citizens here in Zambia, right, for the most part, a lot of us come from backgrounds where we don't really have access to a lot of resources, especially from a financial perspective. A lot of us have to get it, from the mud. We come from the gutter, and we basically have one bullet. So what we need to do is, before we aim and before we put any sort of action, we need to do a lot of research. We need to use our initiative. We need to make sure that whatever we do not end up missing. And this is also going to sort of trickle down to the uh, entire Zambia. You see, Zambia has got a lot of bullets at this particular moment. We've got gold, we've got oil, we've got natural gas, we've got manganese, we've got cobalt, you name it. We've got abundant land, we've got resources, we've got rivers. The thing is, we're always missing our bullets, always misusing our bullets because we do not know how to aim. We do not know how to do things. So this is one of the reasons why uh, I don't really know what's going to happen along the years, or rather, like in the future. But this is one of the reasons why I was always advocating for President Hakainde Hichilema, because if you look at his background, he's a person who used minimal resources to create a lot. And when it comes to me collaborating, because a lot of times, right, a lot of peers and a lot of people, come up with ideas saying, "Hey, Mona, look, I've got this idea. I need to promote it. I need to do this." And okay, cool. But the thing is, have you ever done anything? Like, are you good at starting with minimal resources and turning it to be a lot? Have you succeeded in having an idea from inception until it develops and matures into something bigger? So that's one thing that you're supposed to be looking at, especially as a self-employed entrepreneur type of person. And by the way, a lot of you might be wondering, saying, what's the difference between an entrepreneur and a self-employed person? Basically, a self-employed person is a one-man type of show. An entrepreneur is somebody who can leave his business for about 3 to 6 months without doing anything, and his businesses are going to end up running properly, because he's set up his team to manage his business for himself. So, to a lot of people out there, for example, I'm a very good practical example of a self-employed type of person. I'm self-employed. I do not have a job. I've never had a job since I graduated in 2015. For the past 7 years, I've always, done my thing and been able to like find opportunities and make money. But I am not yet an entrepreneur because everything is going to crumble, everything is going to fall. So, order today, banga babere. This is when we're trying to like, build ourselves and trying to sort of learn the ropes. And eventually, I don't know, like in the next 10, 20 years, bajizenga bapala, maybe to cover my entrepreneurs, akaponda muna kalipa holidays, 3 to about 6 months. Some other people are able to like, make sure that the business runs. But at this particular moment, I'm only self-employed because I don't really have like a large team like that. So that's a major difference between an entrepreneur and a self-employed type of person. So in Zambia, we need to have a lot of self-employed people who are eventually going to turn into entrepreneurs and eventually be able to like employ other people and improve the GDP. So what do we need in order for us to sort of encourage and incentivize such people who are about to transition from self-employment into entrepreneurship? We need to have a great environment. We need to have an environment that really incentivizes ukuwombesha. So if you look at what was happening in the Patriotic Front era, working people were being overtaxed. Raise up your hand if this is true. Working people were being overtaxed. Boho tax, Sunda tax, Lavas tax, ETC tax. And guess what they were doing with that money? They were using that money to give kumakadas. So basically, they were siphoning money from hardworking people and giving it to abarelanda. Yo pamupando, those were the people who were benefiting from the people who were hardworking. That's not how you improve the economy. You improve the economy by incentivizing hardworking people to do more work. And this is one of the reasons why, if you look at the United States of America, right, a lot of wealthy people barely have any tax. If you look at Amazon, these guys barely pay as much tax in comparison to the regular people because these people are providing more value on a tenfold type of basis. So we need that type of system as well, where we can get to, incentivize hardworking people to do more, because if hardworking people do more, they're going to bring other people along as well. But during the PF era, right, hardworking people were shattered. Mawanu Campbell, right? Mawanu Campbell is one person who's very innovative. he's a very solid entrepreneur. But what happened is his projects and his businesses were overtaken by Amakada's well-connected people. Well-connected people were able to bring Mawanu Kambewe's business down. And what happened to that guy? That guy, he had mental issues. He was depressed. But why are you going to punish, motivated and hardworking people? So that's what happens when a society degenerates. And we're very lucky and proud that we have this new sort of regime where sanity is going to be promoted and where we're going to be able to sort of have the rule of law. Because in order for citizens to be proactive, we need to create that environment. This is one of the reasons to all my people who've been to Rwanda, Kigali, Rwanda to be precise. In Rwanda, you can actually set up a business in less than 24 hours. You're going to be able to have your documents in order and all that stuff. So we need to provide incentives for the youths to be able to become proactive and innovative. We also need to have different tech hubs, like Abade Kulava. Make sure we teach them about technology, how they can be able to harness the power of technology. And by the way, I made most of my money and capital using technology. So there's people out there who can really get to even do trivial things. Because I remember back in the day, to those of you who grew up with me, we used to do my CD burning, typewriting, because that was I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, right? I'm a typewriting, CD burning, and I was able to make some money, to buy myself some computers and be able to set up different things. So it was due to the fact that I had, that knowledge. You can format a PC, you can do all that stuff and all that stuff. So that was what was able to give me capital, to keep on building myself. So I still do the same up to this day. Number pop, it's just that we've gone into digital marketing, we've gone into website creation, app creation and all that good stuff. We've even jumped into blockchain technology, but it is because at some point I was able to learn how to use a computer. I was able to learn how to do certain things on a PC. So that information that I got way back in the day, it has been sustaining me up to this particular moment. So this is one of the reasons why I would really want to work with the Ministry of Technology and make sure we set up different technology hubs across Zambia, where Zambians can be able to go and learn basic things and even things that can really bring more innovation. Let's make these particular tech hubs very free and let people have access to such type of information, and then they'll be able to use their initiative and be able to find utuma capital and be able to help themselves. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to talk about. This has been a very long broadcast, yeah. So apart from the because a lot of you are going to be saying, boys are one badwis. Monto and I've got 99 jobs, so this is actually work, by the way, because number one, I'm building my brand. I'm also monetized on YouTube, because on YouTube we make money using the videos as well. So this is actually work for me. And maybe in 2026, who knows? Maybe but I don't want to stand as a politician and that stuff, because if I'm a politics, I'd rather do business. Oh, and by the way, we also help politicians and influential people sort of build their brand. So if you want to be managed by Z Corner and the Z Corner conglomerate, please let us know, because 2026 is an unbody app. So we want to create, especially by youths, we want to create powerful people out there. So we've got the blueprint, we've got the keys, we are the plug. So if you want to be managed by Z Corner and our conglomerate, please let us know, especially when we're politicians, because Z Corner is going to become a household name. You guys know we are ferocious, we are nasty, we are good at this thing. So by the time 2026 it is yo icon awena
Munintu fonde moneka. Chobata mbera no kunze blaga iba chasi. Basha sinali bachira bamo. Koza bakashana mwana kwa siboro ko topa page.
All right, now that was Ben Lombe. Of course, we had to, put in some stuff, some funny stuff. So that's all I had for you. Before I go, we can also advertise your business. You can utilize Z Corner to advertise your business. And more about musician, we can play your song like Souls. So this could be your song that I could have been playing. So we're going to have this segment where we're going to have like a paid for section where people can promote their business. So we can either play your video or your song or whatever you're trying to like promote. So we can do it like this.
Okay.
Last time, love me or you hate me, know me. No mess with easy. Fine boy like you easy. You won't kiss somebody.
Yeah, so this could be your song playing in the background. So, because a lot of you say, look, for social media, you can't make money. Well, I'm here to dispel that fact. You can actually get to make a lot of money. Okay, so basically what we're doing is we're trying to disrupt television stations and radio. So basically, social media is a combination of radio and television, and that is very disruptive. You know, we can actually get to disrupt, because if you look at the statistics, Z Corner is doing the same numbers in comparison to like a lot of TV stations within Zambia, like movie TV, ZMBC. In fact, we've got like more social media clout and presence than these traditional stations. So if you look at social media, right, you can do a lot of stuff. So just like I told you, right, in case you've got a business, you can advertise your business with us, and a lot of people are going to be able to find your stuff. So this could, if you're a musician, this could be your song playing.
Sweet melody, normally, luckily,
So there you have it. I really hope that you guys are getting the blueprint from yours truly. And so right now, I think I showed you like several ways of making money using social media. Advertising, growing other people's brands, and doing other services as well. So as much as you are watching me, I really want you to learn a thing or two. And I'm not saying I know it all, because I don't. I'm learning, and I fail all the times. But at least I have found ways ways in which you can maneuver and be able to like benefit in a certain way, if you know what I mean. So use social media to your advantage. There's a lot of money in having a social media presence, because you are literally a brand. You can be able to like do crazy things. So build your brand, especially in 2026. It's just a few years from here. By then, Zekona will be too big. So if there are politicians out there, if you are aspiring to be either an MP, a minister, you need to have a strong social media presence. We provide that service. We can grow your brand and make sure that you're on the right side of history. So yeah.
Me, I just want to be I just want to be
Okay, so let me read some of your comments. Quietly Brilliant says, I respect your opinion, but the point of correction, I do not support musicians because the political party they represent. I support them because I enjoy their music. Do Jay-Z, Rihanna, Beyonce, Future, Drake, etc. all support Hillary Clinton, but Trump won and yet America supported them. So if you bring and claim to be Zambian because you, shame on you. Oh man, I think you really didn't understand. So play back the video and get the sense from what I was trying to say. So I think you selectively got some points that are not even related to what I was saying. So you didn't hear me. So, I don't even want to waste time on this because you didn't understand me. You didn't get the point, so there's nothing that I can do about that. Danny says, brilliant, Muna. Thank you, Danny Chileka, for supporting us. Okay, so this is quietly brilliant. Are you saying Zambians are those who voted for HH? So quietly brilliant. I think you didn't understand me. I think you're coming to this particular battle with a one-sided opinion, which is very unfortunate. So Andrew says, Muna, you are the realist. Keep it up, brother. We need more people like you. I mean, if you keep on supporting me, I'll probably continue doing this. Amen. So yeah, thank you for supporting me as well. Mercy Montez says this is true. Most educated people so exactly. Once so. Pax Thomas says, "Do you know the ratio of women to men? My brother, take a pill, take a chill pill. I can marry 100 wives if I so wish." What are these guys talking about, man? These are the people who come to have a debate with a one-sided notion. It's not. What are you talking about? I didn't even talk about marrying here. What are you talking about? 100 wives. Anyway, open up. So let's talk about Kasenseli Gold Mine has been a mess from day one. The country has not benefited from the mine except for a few selfish individuals who need serious intervention. Yeah, for sure. That was Justin Chisela. So anyway, that's all I had for you. It's been over an hour. Because I started to warm up for social media. So I'm going to do my other stuff and see what I can do. So you have a great time. I hope I dropped a lot of bombs, a lot of knowledge, for you guys. I hope you learned a few things here and there. And I also hope I got to offend the right people. Because if you offend, the right people, that's also very good. So yeah, in case I offended you, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. So yeah, talk to you a little bit later. Remember, share this video right now, and I'll probably catch you probably tomorrow. So this has been Z Corner TV. I am the unofficial. Remember, unofficial Itunga, aka Muna, aka the keyboard warriors. So to all my keyboard warriors, keep on representing Zambia, keep on being patriotic, keep on, doing what we have to do, doing what you have to do in order for us to safeguard our natural resources, protect our land, and basically, protect our women and feed our children as well. So you guys have been amazing. So thank you, take care, and God bless you.